the relationship sector.
Okay, hello everybody. Such an honor to be here. Thank you for having me again. My name is Vanessa Young. I'm a counselor. My day job, I work with children, teenagers, as a psychosocial and emotional counselor. Help them with their self-esteem, build their self-worth, help them in career counseling, help them with friendship dynamics, what's happening at home, basically. And then I also work with ladies who have been broken-hearted. I'm also an author, and I also engage in premarital counseling as well. So basically, I'm a counselor and an author. Yeah, thank you very much.
Please let's put our hands together for her. I'm super glad you said something when you were introducing yourself, so I'm going to be sending my very first question to you. Valentine was 3 days ago, so in the spirit of Valentine, this question is, rejection, because I'm sure some people found out that they were not the main on Valentine's Day. But it's okay, it's fine. It has happened to me before. I shared my story on the group, but it's fine, it's okay. So rejection can sometimes trigger the feelings of unworthiness. You know, as a Christian, a young Christian, you know that when it comes to spirituality, you're sound. You've worked on yourself, you are career driven, you can cook, in the case of the ladies. You are somewhat everything a man wants, and yet someone rejects you. So how do you feel? How do you deal with the feeling of rejection and the feeling of inadequacy after a breakup? And what strategy can help you bounce back to your normal self? Am I asking that question for somebody? It's okay.
Okay, so for speaking from someone who was in a 7-year relationship that ended over a phone call, and was engaged, and whose wedding was called off 2 months before the wedding, you know, after she had moved to start a new life, getting a job, getting a house, changed communities and everything, and had to come back to start from scratch. I will tell you that, number one, believe that God is your Father and He loves you. Don't ever lose sight of that. Number two, please work on yourself. The thing that happened to you is just a speck compared to the goodness that God has in store for you. How great is God's goodness stored up for those who fear Him. So don't lose sight of who you are because one person said no to you. One person rejected you, not everybody that loves you. Do you understand that? So if this is you who found out that your boo had a boo, God has so much in store for you. How do you bounce back? Like I said, work on yourself. My counselors, I always tell them, if you're 30 years old, for example, write down 30 things you've always wanted to do since you were a child, you know, things you've forgotten about, and get in the business of doing it, okay? Write down the things that you know. In my goal setting sessions, I always ask people, when I finish taking you through the course, I ask you, so what is that area of personal development that you need to be engaged in? Get busy. See, just improve on yourself. One of my mentors told me back then that your partner will find you in the place of your assignments. And truly, that's exactly what happened with me. This year, I'll be married. I would have been married 4 years. And I thank God that everything that happened. Because when God comforts you, He uses it to comfort other people. So get healing. Don't hide your pain. Deal with the pain. You can't go around pain. You have to cut through pain to truly heal. So please, work on yourself. Hold on to God. Many times why people's words hurt us, why rejection hurts, is because you believe what the person said about you over what God has said about you. What do you know about what God's word says about you? Get studying. Eat His word like you know, like you're like medicine, like you know that His word is life to you, and then improve yourself and, you know, just get busy developing yourself basically. And I pray that before you know it, your partner. One more thing, please do not hold unforgiveness in your heart. Forgive who hurt you. Pray for them. I feel like strife delays God's blessing over your life. So pray for them, forgive them. I'm telling you, if I had $1 for every time somebody told me better a broken relationship than a broken marriage, at a point I was like, I know, I've heard, but it's true. It's better that it ended before you got into that marriage than after you had gotten into it. So give thanks to God. Get your praise shoes on and dance, because God truly divided you from something that you may never ever know about.
Thank you very much. Okay, Pastor David, this is a very interesting question. Pastor David,